Our number 5 play to check out from the Chiefs playbook as far as beating man press coverage is called gun tight, Y off weak, post wheel drag. Now this particular play, we're going to use some motion that's going to allow a receiver to get wide open over the deep middle. And a lot of times we'll have a nice opportunity to pick up some decent pass yards when making this throw. For this particular play, the receiver that we look to throw to will be this receiver who's lined up in the slot. Now, as you look at it, what you're going to notice is that he's going to go ahead and run a wheel route into this area here. Now, when you look at this route combination, this is a switch combination between these two receivers. So these two receivers are actually running a switch combination. Now, what we can do with this receiver, rather than have him run that wheel route out towards the left, we can go ahead and take control of him, and we can go ahead and send him in motion towards this direction. And what'll happen is he'll line up over here to the right. As you look at your screen here, he'll line up, basically he's still going to be lined up tight, but instead of being on the left side, he'll now will be lined up on the right side. So let's go ahead and send him in motion. And another cool thing about this, you can see if it's man coverage right off the bat when you send him in motion. See how he lines up? Now he lines up tight with this receiver here. So these two receivers are now lined up tight. So there's that receiver who's lined up in that position. Now you'll notice at this point that he's running a wheel route to the inside, or seam route if you look at it. So he'll be going up in this direction here. And that's what we like about this particular play. Now, the other thing we need to do is, and normally as we're running this, we would go ahead and hot route this receiver on a flat as we're sending that receiver in motion to the right side as you look at your screen. So let's just go ahead and put him in a flat route. And a lot of times you'll see that there'll end up being a rub between those two receivers. So they'll rub off those two defenders, allowing that receiver who's running that seam route over the deep middle to get wide open. So let's go ahead and run the play, and you'll see what I mean with this one. See right there, and you can make that throw and complete it for a nice gain. That's what we like about this particular play. Let's go ahead and take a look at the X's and O's of this play. We can take a little bit more in-depth detail of this particular play as far as the X and O's here as you look at it from instant replay. And as I've already mentioned, we went ahead and sent this receiver in motion to the right, and he is lined up now tight, not stacked behind that receiver, but pretty close. Now, keep in mind, when we put him in motion, he goes ahead and runs this route right here. So he's going to run, rather than running that wheel route to the outside, he's going to run a wheel route to the inside, or a seam route. And a lot of times as we're dropping back to quarterback, such as what you saw here, as we're rolling back this quarterback, we're going to find him open where we can go ahead and make that throw in the middle in this area here. A lot of times we'll get inside position on that defender, and we can make this throw and complete it for a nice gain, such as what you saw earlier. So this is a nice little play right there. Now, the other thing with this particular play, the reason that we hot routed this receiver on a flat route, as I also mentioned, is we're trying to get some kind of rub or a pick action between those defenders, where those receivers are rubbing off those defenders. Now, this doesn't always happen. I want you guys to understand that, but that's the reason we're doing it. So let's go ahead and look at it here. Let's go ahead and zoom in and take a look at it. And you really can kind of see what we're trying to accomplish here by doing that. See right there, we're not getting quite the rub that we're looking for, but it does kind of mess up things a little bit. But as you look right there, he does get that inside position as you're looking at it right here. So he's got the inside position on that defender. Let's go ahead and zoom out of that. And then, as I pointed out earlier, look at that separation there. Now, if we look at it again and we zoom in, you can see the separation that he has from that defender right there. See how much separation he has? If you get this type of separation, then you know you can make that pass, such as what I'm doing on your screen right there. So this is a nice little play that's going to allow you to get a guy wide open pretty consistently as far as attacking press man coverage out of the Chiefs playbook. And it's our number 5 play that we like to run called gun tight, Y off weak, post wheel drag.